deep in the heart of a lush green forest, where the trees stretched high into the sky, and the rivers flowed with crystal-clear water, lived many animals. Among them were a playful monkey named Milo and a gentle deer named Daisy. Though they were very different, they were the best of friends. Milo loved to swing from branch to branch, chattering loudly and playing tricks on the other animals. Daisy, on the other hand, was quiet and kind, always grazing peacefully and helping those in need. Despite their differences, they enjoyed each other's company. One day, as the sun blazed fiercely in the sky, a terrible drought struck the forest. The rivers began to dry up, and the trees wilted under the scorching heat. The animals grew worried. Food and water were becoming scarce. Milo, being clever and quick, had found a hidden grove where a small spring still trickled with water. Nearby, a berry bush thrived, its branches heavy with juicy fruit. Instead of sharing his discovery, Milo decided to keep it all for himself. If I tell the others, there won't be enough for me. He thought selfishly. So every day, he would sneak away to drink from the spring and feast on the berries, returning with a full belly, while the other animals suffered. Daisy noticed Milo's secretive behavior. One evening, as she rested under a withering tree, she saw him sneak off into the bushes. Curious, she followed him quietly and discovered the hidden spring and the berry bush. Her heart sank. How could Milo keep this from everyone when we are all struggling? She wondered, but instead of scolding him, she decided to teach him a lesson in kindness. Next morning, Daisy gathered the other animals, the rabbits, the birds, and even the slow-moving tortoise. "Friends," she said, "I have found a small spring and some berries. It's not much, but if we share, we can all survive until the rains come." The animals rejoiced and followed her to the hidden grove. When Milo arrived later, he was shocked to see them. His face twisted in anger. "Daisy, how could you bring them here? This was my secret," he shouted. Daisy looked at him with gentle eyes. "Milo, we are all suffering. If we share, no one will go hungry or thirsty. Kindness makes us stronger." But Milo was too proud to listen. "Fine, keep your stupid kindness. I don't need any of you." With that, he stormed off, leaving the others behind. Days passed, and the animals drinking from the spring and eating berries. They made sure everyone had enough, even saving some for Milo, hoping he would return. Meanwhile, Milo, still refusing to share, wandered deeper into the forest in search of another secret spot. But the drought had left the land barren, and he found nothing. His stomach growled with hunger, and his throat burned with thirst. One afternoon, as he stumbled weakly through the trees, he stepped on a loose branch and fell into a deep pit. He cried out for help, but no one heard him. Hours passed, and the sun beat down mercilessly. For the first time, Milo felt true fear. "What if no one finds me?" he thought, tears welling in his eyes. "What if I'm left here alone?" Back at the grove, Daisy noticed Milo's absence. Though he had been selfish, she still cared for him. She asked the birds to search for him, and soon, a little sparrow returned with news. Without hesitation, Daisy rushed to help. When she reached the pit, she saw Milo curled up at the bottom, weak and frightened. "Milo, hold on, I'll get you out," she called. She ran back and gathered the other animals. The rabbits dug small steps into the pit's walls, while the tortoise offered his shell as support. Together, they helped Milo climb out. Exhausted and ashamed, Milo looked at Daisy with tears in his eyes. "Why did you help me, after how I treated you?" Daisy smiled. "Because kindness isn't about keeping score. It's about helping others, even when they don't deserve it." Milo realized how wrong he had been. He had thought only of himself, while Daisy and the others had cared for everyone, even him. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice trembling. "From now on, I'll share everything I have. I want to be a better friend." True to his word, Milo changed. He helped gather food for the weaker animals and made sure no one was left out. When the rains finally returned, the forest bloomed once more, and the animals celebrated together. From that day on, Milo was no longer known as the selfish monkey, but as a kind and generous friend. And Daisy's wisdom had taught everyone an important lesson. Kindness is never wasted. It may not always be repaid by others, but it always makes the world a better place. Selfishness leads to loneliness, but kindness and sharing bring true happiness. No matter how small, every act of generosity makes a difference.